and welcome back to my channel. This is Amanda. My channel is Dr. Mommy Budgets. I am here today to do two things. I'm going to do a quick recap of my week 5 pay, which was the end of January. And we're also going to do the week 1 budget projection for the month of February. Today is February the 5th, 2021. I cannot believe we have almost been on this wild ride of this pandemic for a year. It actually has been a year. It wasn't until March, per se, that the United States kind of got involved and opened it up and we became more aware, but if my memory serves me correctly, this was detected back in December of 2019 over in foreign countries. So yeah, but it's been crazy. But overall, it's been a pretty good year. But of course, aside from all of the other things that were taking place, that the social unrest and our political agenda arena, however you want to look at it, it's been crazy with all of that. And 2021 along those lines has not started off in a more positive way either, but we are going to stay positive and we are going to continue to try to do as much as we can as it relates to our budgets, which is what we're here for. Remember, guys, we got to stay focused. We have an end game, which is wealth, financial freedom, however you want to look at it, be able to live your life, do what you want to do, how you want to do it, that type of thing. We still have that goal. So if you are interested in this information, then please stay tuned to the remainder of this video. Okay guys, as you can see, we are back and we have our week 5 budget projection sheet in front of us. The budget projection was so short last week that I was actually able to add the week 5 budget recap information at the bottom of the sheet as well. So let's dive right into that so we can move on to this week 1 budget projection for the month of February. We're going to try and go through it real quick, like I always say. So maybe if I stop chit-chatting, we can actually get through these videos quicker. But anyway, let's get going. If you guys recall, or those that may be new to my channel, week 5 is kind of like a freebie week for me because I set aside, I allocate my bills and expenses to be paid in 4 weeks. So this is the 5th week of January. And I said that I was going to do the household expenses. I was going to pull that money out, which I did. Daughter car fund, I did that as well. And I was left over with $1,013. And this is the statement I put down. I am not sure how I will allocate these funds. So now I did decide to allocate the funds. So we're going to dive down into our week 5 budget recap and talk through it to actually show you exactly what I did. My week caps, my week caps, maybe I need to create a new word, week caps. My recaps typically go from the Friday or the payday, which is January 29th, through the following Thursday, which was yesterday, February the 4th, 2021. And this is what I actually did with the funds, guys. I put $400 into my BSA, which is my bills savings account. And remember, that is the money that I use for upcoming expenses. So this is just not money that's sitting there that I'm saving. This money will eventually be used for upcoming weekly and monthly debts going forward. Debts and expenses, whatever I need to do. The next $400 I put into my mini emergency fund. So see there, guys, the whole $1,000, I actually ended up quote unquote saving the majority of it. So I saved $800 of that. And here's what I did with the rest of it. We had Mexican on last Friday. I think, don't quote me, I'm not sure when it was, but that was $48. I took that out of the extra week 5 pay. My daughter and I got our nails done. That was $56 week 5 pay. That is where that $56 came from. I ordered pizza one night. It was $26. Also came out of the week 5 pay. And on yesterday, I had to go into the office, and it was wee hours of the morning. I just was kind of being lazy, actually. So I decided to put the money, to use my debit card to pay for gas. And if some of you guys do recall, I have a gas budget category, cash category in my index card cash system, where I typically have cash and I take it and pay for the gas. But I didn't do that. Gas was $68.85. I was clearly on E. And so that money also came out of the week 5 pay. So there you have it. That doesn't actually add up to the remaining $213, but the rest of the money was just left in my bills checking account. So there you have it. That's what we have going on. So let's move on to today's excitement. We have our week 1 budget projection. Today, like I said, is February the 5th. I am not sure why my ring light is flickering like this. But anyway, hopefully it's not coming through in this video. This is week 1 budget projection, February the 5th, 2021. This month is Heart Health Month, guys. February, American Heart Association, they're doing a lot of promoting of how ways to keep your heart healthy and that kind of thing. So, and then of course, you got Valentine's Day, so you got a lot of heart activities going on, but clearly the most important one is Heart Month. The heart event. So it's going to go the month long. So basically, we need you to exercise your heart, guys. You need to do this every day, every month. And you do that by, of course, eating clean. Not a lot of sweets and what else? Fatty foods. All the things. People have been promoting this kind of stuff for years. But I just wanted to add my little 2 cents into the mix. Cardio workouts, guys. That is definitely one way to strengthen the heart and keep the blood flowing through it constantly in a healthy manner and that kind of thing. I have no issue with cardio. As a lot of you guys know, I work out at least 5 out of the 7 days per week, and I love cardio. I am not the one who likes to do the toning and the weights lifting and the squats and all that other stuff that tones you up. But anyway, we're going to focus, put a little bit more focus on our heart this month because it's Heart Health Month. So get your cardio workout in, guys. So let's angle this tablet so we can get started with our week 1 budget projection. So with that being said, the first item up that I will be projecting for this upcoming week is my mortgage. Speaking of mortgage, guys, I am actually supposed to be completing the refinance today, this afternoon. So that's going to be a good thing, and this amount will probably change, and we'll talk through that as I, finish that refinance closing going forward. So, but for this week, we're going to allocate funds as if I'm not doing a refinance. So the mortgage is going to be $291.34. Next, we have the water bill, which is $98. Then we have the phone and internet services. They are bundled together, and that's going to be $238. Actually, you know what? It's typically 238 and some change. So we're gonna move this up to 239 going forward just to make sure we have enough money allocated for that. Next is the auto insurance. And that would be $85. And also on this phone and internet plan, we have 4 phone lines with unlimited data, text, talk, whatever. So that's what you have here. You have 4 phone lines plus the internet. So that's why it's 239. Okay. Next is the student loans. And as I've said in previous videos, the student loans have been halted, meaning no payments are due, no interest will accrue until September 28th, I think. So I'm setting aside the usual $96.75 for that. And next is my daughter's car. I typically put a few dollars in her account so she can get gas, get an oil change or whatever. That's $21. Next is the household expenses. A lot of this stuff is repetitive, guys, but I have found that if I skip a video or I don't write this stuff down, 9 times out of 10, I miss paying something or calculating my money correctly. So, that's why I continue to do this. All right, that is going to be $194. And then we will go down to my children's savings account. I do put a few pennies in their account. This is an auto draft out of my account of $28.50. Do that each week. It's not a whole lot, but guys, I tell you, it adds up over time. My HOA, I only set aside $6.70. The total, I think, is about $300 a year, and I pay it quarterly. So that's that. And what else? Last but not least is my debt amount. And actually, this is the extra monies that I have left after allocating all of the rest of my pay that I put toward the debts. That amount for this week is $280.77. Now, what I want to do, guys, we're going to do everything on camera today. So I am going to go through here and grab my calculator. Hold on for a second so that we can actually do our additions together. Let's see, am I in frame with this calculator? See if I can get it in here. All right, that's good enough. All right, let's tally up everything we have. 291.34 plus the $98 plus 239 plus 85 for auto insurance, 96.75 for student loans, 21 for my daughter, 194 cash that I pull out of the bank to put in my index card system, 28.50 for their savings account, 670 for HOA, and then the 280.77 for the debt. So we got a total. I'm looking at this kind of funny because according to my cheat sheet, this is not the amount. And I think the reason why it's different is because my auto insurance used to be $102 per week. Now it's dropped down to $85 because I removed the vehicle. So there's an additional $17, and I may not have subtracted it off of my cheat sheet. So that's why I'm glad we're going through this today, right here on camera, so we can get our exact numbers. So my total expenses and debts and everything for this week will be $1341.06. Now, if you guys recall, I do leave a certain amount of money in this account every week because that amount covers all of these expenses and debts. And that amount is $12.28. But before we do that, I also like to leave a cushion in this account. So we are going to add in the cushion amount right here. I like to leave $26.15 in this account. So let's add that $26.15 to this total. And I like to leave monies in here so that, account isn't just left dry, just in case I want to order pizza. I want to go out and buy something real quick. I will have monies in there to do that with. So that total is $1,367.21. But like I said, I only leave $12.28 in this account. So this is more than $12.28. So we're going to have to pull some money out of our bills savings account to help us satisfy this amount. So I'm going to do the calculations right here. And that is going to be, let's subtract the $12.28 from that $1367.21. So we're left with needing to get $139.21. So basically pull out of the bills savings account. Oh, I don't have my markers, guys. Let's get my markers open because we need to give that number the blue cloud. All right, so stay with me. That's the first step of my budget. That's the first thing I do. I'm going to move this calculator. Now, the second thing I do is I go back up through these debts and I put a PA beside any debt or expense that I'm not going to take care of this week. So that's going to be a PA, means put away. That means put that money in the bill savings account until a later time. PA besides the mortgage. What else is not being paid this week? Auto insurance. Of course, the student loan, because we're on hold. And what else? We'll put a PA beside this HOA as well, and also this debt amount, because right now, like I said, we have on hold. I only have two debts left. I have the student loan and the mortgage. Remember, the mortgage is going through a refi, so I'm not sending extra to that right now until we get that numbers panned out, get that straightened. The refi is behind us, and also the student loan is on hold. So like I've said in previous videos, I think I'm going to just focus on my mortgage once I get it back up and running and put the extra monies toward that, because it's some moving and shaking parts with this student loan. They're talking about forgiving $10,000 of it. Some news articles are talking about $50,000 of it. So I'm just going to hold on because I have more than enough time if I want to throw a lump sum toward this student loan all the way up until September, because no payments are going to start back until then. So I'm just going to leave that where it is right now and focus on my mortgage. So with that being said, all of the PA items will get our famous pink circle. And that's the second step. The third step is to come back and tally up all of the PA amounts. So in other words, we're going to get a total on that. So let's get the calculator again. Make sure you guys can see that. And we're going to go back through here and tally up the total amount that we need to put away. So we're going to try and do this really fast because, once again, this video is getting long, but I probably just need to stop apologizing and stop trying to do a shorter video, because guess what, guys? This is my budget. You know what I mean? These are my funds. I want to make sure that they are being done correctly. So there's no need to really rush through the process. So this is what we have here. Our put away total is $760.56. These are our 5 put away items for this week. So this number is going to also get the blue cloud. Let's make sure we are still in frame so you guys can see what I'm doing. So that being said, guys, I need to get a different setup because I don't like putting my arm across the camera so you guys can't see. So of course y'all know I got my coffee here. I don't know if y'all can see that, but let's take a drink of that real quick. But I've been doing pretty good. I slept in a little bit today, guys, so that could be why my mind is going a little better. My thoughts, I mean. Put away in bills savings account. Now this is technically, and this number is also technically meaning that I'm just doing it on paper for now. We're not going to actually do that. So as you can see, we have 2 numbers right here. One has a pull out action, meaning I need to pull some money out of that account, and this one I need to put money away. So with that being said, these 2 numbers will definitely need to be subtracted. So let's do that. $760.56 minus the $139.21. That gives us a total of $760.56 minus $139.21. So $621.35. Okay, that's where we are right now. Okay, that's the actual amount that we would need to actually put away, because remember, you have the put away amount that's larger than your pull out amount. So whichever number is larger, that is the action that your total will take right here, or your answer. So that would be the action here to put away in the bills savings account. Now, the next step we're going to do is, I'm holding off on this right now. I'm saying technically on this number 2, because we need to go back through these debts, and we're going to put a purple triangle by all debts that I will be paying this week. And it's pretty much going to be everything else that doesn't have the pink PA beside it, but I'm trying to see if I really want to. These items I'm going to take care of, you know, they're auto drafted into these different accounts, but I think I just want to stick with putting the purple triangle by the debts that I will be paying this week. I think that's going to make it easier. So there you go. Now, the actual water bill, the phone bill did come in at $238 and some change, so that will be taken care of. But the water bill came in higher this month. So, and I know it's because everybody's at home, the children at home, they're showering, they're washing, they're running waters, you know, to wash dishes, take showers, whatever. So this total came in at $108. So actually, I don't know why my water bill is so high though, actually, because even $98 seems to be a lot for a water bill per month. But with it being $108, I only set aside $98. So let's subtract the $108, which is your actual amount. Let's subtract that from the projected amount of $98. That's going to give us $10. Okay? So this $10 I actually would need to pull out of the bill savings account because I didn't allocate that in this week's pay. So here we go. Now we have $10 that we need to pull out, and we have $621.35 that we need to put away. So here we go again. We got 2 different actions. Let's subtract. This is going to be the very last step of this budget projection. The $621.35 minus the $10 that we need to assist with the water bill. That's going to give us a total of $611.35. Okay. So this would be, remember this action was to put away, and this action is to pull out of the bill savings account. So the answer is going to take the action of the larger of the two numbers, which is the put away. So this will be our total amount that we will put away in the bills savings account this week. That's what we have, guys. And this is why my budget takes so long every week, because there are multiple steps that I have to go through, to actually make sure that everything is accounted for. I move monies around on the paper. I pull monies out on this sheet of paper. I put monies away on this sheet of paper, all the way till we get down to this yellow box. Whatever number is in this yellow box and the action that is attached to it, that's the end game. That's the reality. That's what I'm physically going to do to the accounts. So there you have it. This video is super long, but hey, it's my budget, and that is what I need to do to make sure that I got all my numbers correct. So at the end of the day, I will be putting away $611.35 from this week's pay. Okay? This is all I have for this video, guys. I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel. Share this content with people that may be interested in starting a complex budget solution. Also, I've left my email down in the comments or the description. So you can just shoot me an email if you're interested in learning more about this technique, or how to, I can also assist with budgeting out, your paychecks, just trying to get you started on a process that's going to work for you and your household. So this has worked for me for years, and guys, I love it. Never missed a paying a debt. The monies were always calculated correctly, even if I had to go back through the budget. I caught, that I had made an error or something with my adding or subtracting. It has, steered me in the right direction for years. And I am glad I was able to create this budget, because this is my own technique. I created it. There are several videos on my channel about this budget technique. But I was glad I was able to find something, create something that will work for me. So there you have it. This is Dr. Mommy Budgets, where we dream big but start small around here. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.